Hi Libra, welcome to your month ahead tarot for August 2019 with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. With that said, if you would like to book a personal tarot reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. And if you are ready to change something in your life for good, for the absolute highest vibration that you can reach, it's time for you to enroll in Tribal Tuesday. The next journey starts in September. If you want to be a part of it, do not miss out. There is a link in the description box below. With that said, I would like to bless all of my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So let's see what the month ahead has in store for you. What are your actions and interactions with the world at large saying this month? And for you Libra, this month you get, all right, you got the Tower card. Now, the saving grace of the Tower card in this position, because I can hear all of you taking that collective like, oh, he did it again. Like, seriously, you'll need to calm down, okay? Right? Let me just clarify something here. So it is the Tower card, right? Let's call a spade a spade. It is what it is, right? But there are a couple of things that you need to remember about this card and also in this position. First of all, this is your actions and interactions with the world at large. This is what you are doing. It's the choices that you are making. It's the decisions and the steps forward that you are choosing. The Tower card isn't always about everything exploding and hardcore and, you know, Mars attacks, as I affectionately say. What it is also about is the cracking of an illusion. An illusion relies on you believing that it is real in order for it to perpetuate. So when you see the Tower card, know that something that you have built up in your life, it could be how you view a person, it could be how you view yourself, it could be something that you believe, it could be something that you have, built an entire lifestyle around. But the Tower card sees you having the startling realization of, that isn't me. That doesn't resonate anymore. It doesn't have a place or fit with my life, with who I am or where it is that I feel like I'm heading from this moment onwards. So the illusion cracks, and when that cracks, that's when the truth of something, of someone is revealed to you. Now, the fact that you've got this in your actions means that this is you bringing the Tower down. You are looking at something in your life. It could be a relationship, it could be a job, it could be a course of study, it could be your career path. You're looking at something now and saying, you know what? This no longer fits who I am. This no longer resonates with where it is that I see myself going from here on in. It's time for me to bring this structure down. It's time for me to break that illusion. So where it is that you, and it's literally the process of spotting something in your life that you've created or bought into that no longer serves, right? So actually the Tower card is actually profoundly good in this position. So let's have a look at your money and materials this month. What's going on in your finances, right? This month you get the Death card. All right, okay. Now you can crucify me. All right, no, jokes aside, the Death card is ruled by Scorpio, and it represents something coming to an end or a completion or a transition. Now, the Death card is the end. It's the end of the cycle. It's where something in your life perishes and makes way for something new to come in. Now, because you've got this right next to the Tower card, it could be that something in your world in terms of your finances or even in terms of your physical home, like where it is that you live, comes to a sudden or abrupt end, right? You have to call it as it is, and you guys know me. I'm not one of these readers that will just gloss over it and tell you what you want to hear. I will tell you what I believe the cards are trying to tell you, so that you are armed with knowledge. You are forewarned for things so that you can proceed in the best way. This is not an easy conjunction of cards. You see these two together, something in your life is coming to a finite end, and it may very well be very abrupt. However, because you've got the Tower card in your actions sector, it looks like there's something that you are bringing to an end. If there's something where you've been financing somebody, where you've been helping somebody out, you may find out that the money that you've been lending or the money that you've been supplementing them with isn't going where you were told it was, right? So if you've been helping out a family member because they're short, or you know, they're not working as much or whatever, you might discover this month that actually that money's been going elsewhere and not being used for the things that they said it was, right? So it could be something of that nature for you, and it's something that this month, in terms of your finances, this is like a reset button, okay? This basically says that there is something this month that you are going to choose to stop doing, and it will be abrupt, right? This is about you. The feeling that I get is you're pulling yourself out of something that has seen you put in money in consistently, right? So this could be, like I said, it could be money that you've been loaning somebody or supporting somebody with. It could be an investment that no longer seems viable, that no longer that seems just like a bottomless pit. And this is the other thing as well with the Death card. This month you will have that glimpse into your finances where you've been wasting them, or where they are no longer being productive, right? So it's going to be an interesting month in that respect for sure. And then in your communications with the world at large, this month you get the Fool card, right? Okay, so there is some, excuse my language, if that ain't a reset button, then I don't know what is, right? The Fool card is new things, new places, new people. It's that moment of destiny where something or someone new comes into your life. In order for that to happen, something has to end, something has to close down. And it looks like, Libra, you are doing this in stellar fashion. Like, I feel sorry for anybody that gets caught with their hand in the cookie jar with you this month. Anybody that is caught lying to you, anybody that is caught not being in their integrity, this month they are going to know that they fucked up. Like, real talk. When I see this is a real, in terms of your communications, there is a new influx of information, there's new influx of people, there's a new influx possibly even of a social group, like people that you're aligning with, people that you are getting to know. It really does look like you're connecting with new people, but in order to get to that moment where the reset button is pushed and new energy, people and things make their way into your life, it does suggest that something or someone is going to have to leave. So it looks like you're, for some of you, you could be communicating with somebody at a distance this month as well. Very, very interesting. And then finally, in your personal relationships, you got the Judgment card, right? So there is going to be a blast from the past. Now, because it falls next to the Fool card, what I do want to say to you is this. It's really easy sometimes when, when throwing the baby out with the bathwater, for us to just dismiss everything and be like, you know what, pack the lot up and, set fire to it, right? Don't do that. The Judgment card asks you to change something about your relationships, to change something about how you do relationships in general. But check this out, right? The Fool card is a brand new beginning or something being welcomed in. It's in your communication sector, so it brings you new information on an old situation. So if you are in a relationship, if you're in a situationship, then if you're single or if you're in a situationship, this really does suggest that you will be finding things out about a partner, about this potential person in your life, and you're going to have to make your decisions based on the new information that comes in, right? This is not going to be an easy month for you guys, I have to tell you. What I do see more than anything else though is you are vastly in control, but it looks, to the outside world, it might seem that you are completely upset in the apple cart, and everyone's going to be like, okay, are you having a midlife crisis? Are you going mad? Like, what's going on? You just seem to be exploding everything around you. And it's not that. You are literally going through your life with a sieve and saying, right, it's time to shake out all of that dirt. It's time to shake out and leave only what really truly wants and deserves to be in my life. You're becoming very, very selective this month, Libra. Libra, and I tell you, I really feel for anybody that tries to pull the wool over your eyes or tries to hurt you intentionally or not be in their integrity. If you are in a relationship, it does look like some issue from the past may be cropping up in your relationship this month. And it looks like it's in relation to, now I've got to be honest with you, because it is the Judgment and the Fool, I feel like this is going to be somebody that tries to shit stir between you and your partner, right? So if you're in a relationship this month and somebody comes in and they're like, oh, well, you know, a lot of it is going to be hearsay, and it's really important that you don't allow that person's busybody nature to really impact on your relationship. But it's going to be an interesting and intense month for you for sure. First week of the month, you've got the Empress card with the Tower. All right, so this suggests that you upsetting your own apple cart, that you by doing this, by doing it consciously and saying to yourself and to the world at large, you know what, this thing, these people, this person, this situation no longer resonates with me. You are literally laying a fertile ground, right? You can see that the Empress is all things beautiful and fertile. She is that place that you can put your ideas and your manifestations where they will come through, come to light. The Tower card destroys the structure that no longer needs to be there, but it ensures that the foundation that you build on from there is terra firma. This is basically second in that whatever you let go of will clear the path for something or someone much better to come through. You've got the Fool card, right? Underneath the Death card. Very, very interesting. It really does look like this month you're going to, when it comes to your finances, there's going to be a new opportunity, right? But that new opportunity will come after you end something. I feel like you're pulling your money and your funds out of something, and it looks like somewhere that you've been supporting somebody else or assisting somebody else, and it really does feel like you might have a moment where you think to yourself, do you know what, I've been a fucking fool. No, you haven't. What you've done is be a good person. If somebody's taken advantage of that, that's on them. It speaks more about who they are rather than you are. Your third week of the month, you got the Hermit card underneath the Fool, right? So as I'm looking at that, in terms of your communications, my advice to you when it comes to people or blasts from the past, lay low. When it comes to people that want to gossip and, you know, all in that drama there, like, if you know what, just tell them, leave it be. If that's how you want to behave, if that's who you are, fair enough, right? I don't really want to say that because I might trigger some people, but it really is one of those things. Like, I see a meme the other day and it's literally just flashed up in my mind, and it's like, in a world full of Kardashians, being a Leah, right? And, you know, God rest her life, I know she's no longer with us, but she was classy, right? She knew how to conduct herself. In my personal opinion, those others are not very good role models for women, in my personal opinion. And it really is that your communication style this month, and what's being asked of you is, if you need to keep yourself to yourself while you reevaluate the people that you interact with, take that time. That is my best advice to you. And then finally, your fourth week of the month, you got the Star card underneath the Judgment. So this really is a reset button, right? Very interesting, because Virgo had it. The signs seem to be mirroring or coupling the sign either before them or after them this month. I've noticed a bit of a pattern going on. And Virgo have a very intense month ahead of them, as well as do you. So what I want to say to you is, with the Star card in the fourth week of the month, it does look like things ease up then. The last week of August, things will ease up for you. And with the Star card connecting to the Judgment card, in your relationships, it's really important that you don't allow outside influences to impact what you have, especially gossip folks. All of them people that like to run their mouths about everything but how well they should be doing what they're doing, right? The other thing as well is, if you are single, just be sure about the people that you're interacting with. And that's not to say that any of them mean you harm, but I really do feel like your personal demographic is shifting this month. So you're going to be spotting drama a mile off, and you really will just be saying to yourself, do you know what, I can't be doing with any of this. It really just doesn't fit with who I am, with how I'm going forward. And it might be a whole month of that, where you're just looking around at the life that you've built and you're saying, do you know what, once upon a time this was great and it really worked for who I am, for who I was, but who I am now is vastly different and I'm ready to move on. So your key to the month, you've got the Page of Swords. All right, so if you have felt that somebody is stabbing you in the back or chatting shite about you, this will be the month where they are revealed, right? That Judgment card, double hit of the Fool card energy and the Tower with the Star card in close proximity. This is what tells me that somebody who might not necessarily have your best interests at heart, or certainly, you know, might not actively be trying to do you harm, but might not necessarily be as upfront and integral as they say they are. This will be the month where you discover that, right? This is the month where somebody is going to be unearthed for who they really are. I know it's intense. I know you're probably going to be like, Raph, man, couldn't you do anything better for us? And I'm really sorry, but remember what I said to you at the beginning, right? You are vastly in charge of a lot of this. And to be forewarned is to be forearmed. Now that you know that this stuff is happening, you have a chance to change it. You have a chance to navigate it better. And this person, the feeling that I get from it, because the Hermit card's here as well, you already have an inkling about this person. You've already got like a little spidey sense about them, that you know there's something not quite right about them. You don't necessarily like them. This week, this month even, you will find out why. I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up for you. I'm going to put some good energy out there for you guys this month to help alleviate some of this. And I really hope that it comes good for you. All right, take care. I'll see you soon.